good thick plates, and they've also had the extension to mount the pivot point for the lever to lift the pendulum up and down. It's all cast in one big piece of metal, no expense spared, and then it has been cut away out of the big sheet, the excess brass to be melted down and used again. And then you've got the 4 bells here on the top and the pull repeat mechanism. So we'll see if we can get it to work. Just gone 2:30. So you can see the rack on the end of the lever which lifts the pendulum behind up and down. And you've got this pinion, so that the pinion is quite big, the rack is quite coarse, and so the whole system is fairly difficult to do. But I'll just demonstrate how it goes up and down, lifting the pendulum up, and then dropping it back down again. But in your adjustments, you're going to be doing just little movements like this, tiny little movements, to try and get the last accuracy into the pendulum. But it is a fairly crude, imprecise system, just because of the size of the rack and the size of the pinion, so that a small movement moves quite a long way on the pendulum, whereas the nut underneath the pendulum bob, it's far more sensitive because it's moving it a small distance, and normally that's what you need. They look great, but they are quite difficult to use, these dials, because of a small movement creates a big change. It's an interesting layout of the going train in that you can just see the barrel with the winds of the gut on it, and then the train goes backwards and forwards across the clock, so that the escapement is quite near to the level of the barrel, whereas most escapements go up and down. This one goes across to make room for the hour striking on the 9 side, and then the quarter repeat on the 3 side. So the poor escapement and all the mechanism of the going train is all squeezed horizontally across in that area of the clock. You can see the escapement is a lovely recoil, traditional anchor with the recoil you can see on the escape wheel from each tick of the pendulum.